Yo, I know up here the special time doing this fucking podcast shit. This was impromptu. I literally probably told my co-host Sabrina was going on here like 5 minutes before I decided to go on here. I'm sure a lot of people are working. I'm working myself, but I had a few minutes. So here I am. America, we really got to do better. That's the topic. That's the title. I'm sure eventually we'll go into more of this. We've had this conversation on the podcast before, but see, this is my problem, right? I'm outside, I'm in my car, I don't have my whole laptop set up and everything I normally do. Because this needed to be said now. This couldn't wait. Enough is enough. We are in a really bad state right now. I'm trying to understand how we have so much like the gun violence situation here is ridiculous. Another mass shooting. In this one, they're shooting into a Fourth of July crowd, and once again, innocent people just murdered just because they were trying to enjoy a holiday. Now, whether you believe in what the Fourth of July stands for or not, at the end of the day, if nothing else, these holidays are all nothing but an excuse for us to all hang out with our families, enjoy some food and fellowship and a good time. Yeah, look at this. Good morning. I wish I could see you who you are, but I can't because Facebook doesn't sync well with this stuff. And when I try to go live just on Facebook, it's super garbage. So I wasn't gonna do it. But see, that's another thing. The violence is out of control, and there are sanctions that can be placed that can make this better. It's not going to stop everything because there is no stopping everything. But you could decrease the amount of violence that's going on. But it's not stopping. And I haven't even gotten to the thing that really set me off today. Because as much as that sets me off, I'm so used to hearing that. That's not even the real shit. The real shit of it is try not to let this AC fuck up the mic too much. The real shit of it is that the person who did the shooting gets apprehended, brought in cuffs, he gets his day in court. Now let me take you over to Akron, Ohio. 25-year-old black man by the name of Jalen Walker. Routine traffic stop. No criminal record, nothing. I want to show you something. The other guy, we know he wasn't a black guy. Nah, more people need to be piling up on this. I need to see y'all put some motherfucking likes on this shit too. Because, I mean, people really need to be aware of what's going on out here. This is legit assassination level events going on in our community. I have nothing against any race, black, white, Spanish, Chinese, Japanese, Indian, whatever you are. But I will call a spade a spade. And right now, it is obvious that an extinction level event is occurring in our communities. Our population has been increasing. We are becoming less of a minority and more of a majority. Because let me tell you something, before I get back into more detail on that, there's no way you can tell me a person can buck down like the guy who took down all those people, had a high-powered rifle, was on a rooftop, assassination style, like it's a fucking video game, clipping off people. Horrible. And I hope they throw the fucking book at his ass. But at least he gets his day in court. Meanwhile, the people, well, not even the people. Meanwhile, and keep in mind, the guy that did that had weapons training, had several violations already on his record. Shouldn't even have had possession of a high-powered rifle in the first place. Agreed. They probably are getting big mad because things aren't going their way anymore. But things are always going their way. We don't have any advantages here. What advantage we have? We have to be 3 times as good to receive half the pay. There's no opportunities except for those that we have to grind extra hard, push extra hard, and kill ourselves. Meanwhile, some underachieving ass slacker, just because they have the right complexion, can get greased right on through. Or because his homie is in there and they actually give each other the plug, because we don't hook each other up, we screw each other over all the time. But that's a whole other issue. I ain't gonna get into that today. But what I will say is that we had one person with weapons training. Killy knew what he was doing. I've handled high-powered rifles before because I go to shooting ranges. I will tell you, it is not easy to clip people from a distance. You have to know what the fuck you're doing. This motherfucker had an amazing accuracy rate, considering all his targets were scattering and panicking and running around, and he still took people out. I think like 7 dead, God knows how many injured. Now we shift back over. Oh, and he gets taken in alive in handcuffs. Remember the handcuffs part. Now Jalen Walker, black man, Akron, Ohio, he had no criminal record. I think he had a traffic ticket on his record. Who doesn't? And I don't know what freaked him out. He might have been scared because he knows what happens when the cops approach you, even for a general traffic stop. It can go left. Maybe he wasn't thinking straight, or maybe he was up to something, because they were allegedly only pulling him over for probably a tail light or something that was out, some bullshit. Which the fact that anybody's even really pulling you over and giving you a ticket for that, I always thought was dumb. It's like, okay, my tail light is out, my headlight is out. Thanks for telling me, officer. I got it under control. 9 times out of 10, you get a decent officer. They say, okay, well, I'll just let you off with a warning, but take care of it. Cool. I'll do it. In this case, this guy ended up with 8 police officers on him. 8. They shot a total of 90-something bullets at this guy. The average clip holds between 10 and 12 rounds. So that means each of these motherfuckers was damn near emptying the clip on his ass. "60 bullets hit him." Now, the reason why I want you to keep track of this number is for one reason. These are police officers. They go to shooting range way more than I do. And I'm pretty accurate with my shooting. Though I'm not interested just going out and doing some violent shit. I just thought it's a good skill to have is to know how to handle a firearm. Nothing wrong with having something to defend your house, to defend your family. But when you decide to go out here and commit violent acts against innocent people, that is when the shit goes too far. Somebody breaks in your house, they get whatever they get coming. Because you come bust up my house you want to, you won't walk out that motherfucker though. I promise you that. Now we have these people who are trained officers, and they're not even handling a high-powered rifle. They're handling standard government. I mean, police-issued Glock 9s probably, or the Beretta 9mm. That's the standard issue. Those things are very easy to handle, and they jam. But they ain't jammed that day. 90-something bullets. And they only shot at a rate of about, what, 60-something%? Think about it. They only hit 60 out of 90. If that was a free throw percentage, they'd be considered a terrible free throw shooter. And when you're shooting, you shouldn't need to unload that many rounds. And here's the kicker. That man, Jalen, was unarmed. The only thing he was armed with was the black of his skin. And apparently, that's all it takes. They saw that skin. They looked at him. He scratched back his head. Oh, gun! Bah, 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 bah. It's a miracle a man's body's even still standing up after that many bullets hitting. It was standing up on just sheer momentum. The bullets were probably keeping the body standing up. They were hitting him so many times. This shit has become blatantly obvious. It's getting to the age of we don't give a fuck anymore. We just gonna do this shit right in your face, and what you gonna do about it? That's about where we at with this. This shit has to stop. I'm pretty sure you hit somebody fucking 60 times, they're gonna be unrecognizable. And where the fuck are the people that was in here? They must be working. Because I'm sorry, if you tuned into this and then decided to tune out, and Sabrina, because I'm pretty sure that's you there, do me a favor and delete this damn video from here afterwards, because they need to go to YouTube and they need to go look at this. Nothing else that I'm putting up is staying on Facebook. Once the video recording is finished, maybe you have some time, and then boom, it's gonna go right straight to YouTube, and that's the only place you're gonna find it. Thank you. I've had enough. I've been had enough. I had enough way before the George Floyd thing happened. It's been several years. All the injustices that we suffer. Even in my field that I am in, with electrical, you know how hard it is to get a job in this field if your name sounds kind of ethnic? There is definitely something going on out here. And this is why those critical race theory classes are needed. Because people need to see this history. They need to know what has happened in the past, what's still happening in the present, and understand what they're seeing when this shit happens in the future. Because if America is nothing else, it's consistent. Consistently racist, consistently not giving a fuck. There's so many things they could put in place that could avoid a lot of this, but it would affect the company's bottom line. So being that's going to affect some of their biggest contributors, which are these firearm companies, bottom line, they won't do it. They could do bullet tracking, where they could literally track how much bullets this person's receiving. What are they going to do with such and such? These are questions you need to ask. If you need to defend your home, you don't need 180 rounds. If you got a whole militia attacking you, you're not going to become the next Rambo. You fuck. Call 911 and hope that the cops are actually helpful and not throwing you on the ground thinking you with the cop, with the criminals. These are the things that need to happen. It won't, because as long as it costs that money to them corporations, because at the end of the day, this is the United States of Greed Incorporated. Because it doesn't care about its people at all. It only cares about its agendas and what puts money in those fat cats' pockets. That's it. I'm so over this. I need y'all to really wake up. I know this isn't a goofy video. You know, human beings are such simple creatures. They sit there and all they care about is somebody goofing off and kikiing and putting up a funny meme and all this stuff. All that shit is cool, but none of that shit is going to save your life or make you aware of anything. I am just tired. I'm so damn tired. That was terrible. Yawning on the live. Fuck it. Because I am tired. I'm physically tired. I'm mentally tired. I'm just all the way over it and tired of the bullshit. Because these are things, again, that can be avoided. But they won't avoid them because they don't care because it doesn't hurt them. When the problem leaks over there, that's when it will be solved. And that depends too, because at the end of the day, it's all about taking care of the corporation's pocket. They don't care nothing about the individual. But anyway, I'm not staying on this long. I just wanted to say that I'm annoyed with this. There are things that need to be done. But first, it requires people to pay the fuck attention and wake up. A lot of y'all out here sleeping and then wondering why you'll keep getting fucked over. You don't want to keep getting fucked over? Maybe you want to pay attention to something. But like I said, that's on you. Thank y'all, those of you who tuned in, and Sabrina for sticking around. Um, and that's all I got to say. So, good day, good luck, stay safe, and pay attention. And try, especially if you black, try not to run from the cops, because it's just gonna end up with you looking like a piece of Swiss cheese. Now.